Lovely Lily Scholes. Ladies and gentlemen, it is time to introduce the athletes all the way from the United States of America. Can you please welcome Mr. Adam Roberts and his partner, this is Skylar Del Sol. And ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together for the number one from Australia, Patrick Tang. And the number two, Anyang. Put your hands together, folks, for Team Tangerang. First win to the US, coming by the way of the number one, Skylar Del Sol. He heads back to serve, opens the account for the US. Crushes an angle, Garang, but just can't find the sideline. That is gutsy. My first swing for the World Tour, I'm going to go outrageous cross court. Didn't miss by much. Nice cerebral action there from Garang, taking the heat off the ball, high off the blocker's hands. Exciting young athlete, Garang. He's just so chock full of natural ability. Well, that is a beautiful little resume of the skills of Anyang. He could freeze that point in time. Blocking skills, defensive skills, attacking skills, all really clean. And we'll back it up with an ace to polish things off, if you don't mind. Just tags that deep baseline from the US. The number two, Adam Roberts. So he heads back to serve. Scores early doors here in the first set. Just long of that baseline. As we swap ends, of course, ladies and gents, if you are new to beach volleyball, we do swap ends during the sets, every 7 points, so that there is no specific advantage to either team with sand or wind or sun or any of the elements that we have to contend with. Oh, and another deep one to the corner. That swing Anyang arm. Just a couple of little errors creeping in early stages, but he's just testing the waters. Oh, wowee. Crushing that ball cross court. How's the set for his partner, Pat Tang? Do you reckon he enjoyed that? A little bit. I've given him a high five before. He's got bloody baseball mitts. Pat Tang joins the party. Amazing stuff from the beast from the east. US scrambling everywhere in the sand. No avail. Aussies having a great time up the other end. Classic Patrick Tang serve. Put the US under pressure. Nice little run of points here for the Aussies. Oh, it's just missed. So again, folks, if you're just joining us, plenty of seats in the grandstand. Just come on through the white tent, southern end of the beach. You're very welcome to grab a seat. Oh, a bit of good fortune perhaps. Skylar Del Sol sort of shanking it over the net, but breaking up the defensive pattern of the Aussies. You'll take those. You put in the effort, you get lucky, folks. That's it. That is it. And then the adrenaline takes over. That ticks the scoreboard over. I reckon feels like probably roughly 7-all off the top of my head. Again, as Jono said, we're changing ends every 7 points, folks. Absolutely postcard conditions here at Manly Beach. This is about as perfect as it gets for beach volleyball. Aussie boys out there representing the green and gold. USA in the red. Sudden death. Oh, the knuckleball from Del Sol. It's a nice touch. Great stretch from Tang. He's very, very quick in the sand. So to beat him short, must have been some effort. Great knuckles from the US. Oh, nice bump set on the stretch again from Tang. The US have just extended their lead to 2 points as we approach the midway through the first set. As you mentioned, this is a knockout. This is a single elimination qualifier. The winner remains in, the loser is out. We are first set, best of 3. He just looks money when he goes cross court like that. Young Garang, that's a beautiful clean swing. Certainly does. Another little bump set from Tang though. Just put a little bit of spin on it. Said, enjoy that one, friend. Delightful. Crushed and stuffed. But no. Little tiny net touch, Jono. Yeah. He's filthy with himself too. He was going to monster that block. I think the eyes got a bit big and he touched the net. Here's your classic cross court again there, folks. I don't, big note myself, but it's like a young version of me. It's like looking in a mirror. Speaking of hard, cross court. What a wonderfully talented young man he is. These American boys, though. Of course, we've seen Adam Roberts out here before. He came out and played at the Shepparton World Tour event back in March, if my memory serves. Had a really good tournament. Then he played some great ball in country Victoria. Oh, that is a delightful serve. Just served and ace. Hits the tags and bags the line. Goodness, as we go to our first technical timeout. Change of engines. Tech timeout on that third rotation of 21. Thanks to skate.com, smarter, brighter, better student accommodation. One of our major sponsors, but ladies and gents, our Hello World Volleyroos are back on the sand. They changed ends. The US is still serving and leading 12 points to 9 here in the first set. Roberts with it. We've seen some cross-court action and crushed. But now he's just opening up the other side of the court.
I saw some oil bubbling up out of the crater that he just dug.
We've seen power, previous shot, and some finesse this time from Del Sol from the USA. He's headed back to the baseline. Still that 3-point lead. Speaking of touch, Garang once again draws it back to within 2 and he heads back to the baseline. This is crunch time here, folks, in this first set. And that one just sailing along, ladies and gents, busting it up into the grandstands. Those red hot seats are right there for you, folks, so if you're on the Corso, don't be shy, come on in, it is free. Garang with the knuckles, ladies and gentlemen. Garang Anyang really showing his class and finesse out here. We've seen his power. Now we're getting a glimpse of his touch. It's Tang back to the baseline. Good stretch, perfectly placed once again from Skylar Del Sol.
8 metres by 8 metres on either side of the court out there, folks. That's the territory the Stanley's players are covering.
Just going wide again. He has an absolute crack, if we do have one thing to say for the young man.
It's the risk versus the reward. He had the right tactic in mind to hit that deep, deep corner. Just a little much power, a little bit of adjustment on execution. Back to the USA at 16, serving 12.
Bit of heat out here on centre court, folks. Coming by the way of Del Sol. Catching Tang right on the chest.
Yeah, great changing of the angle as well. That's a big 100% serve. He knows he can hit deep to that corner. Maximum power, 17-12.
Just misses that sideline.
Just evading. Game of millimetres down there. Plenty of contest at the net. So absolutely awesome down there, ladies and gentlemen. Put your hands together for the boys. Just that one. So no, that was in. That was in.
How is that sportsmanship tall, man? 100%.
And our referees as well. They went check the ball mark.
Adam Roberts, 100%.
So much love.
That is what beach volleyball is.
That's why the boys want to win. They want to do the right thing, and you want to win on your own merits. So you'll see that a lot throughout this tournament, folks. The players, they hold the ethics of the game pretty highly. So if they get a touch or it's on the line or they see something, they'll put their hand up. You want to win by crushing that volleyball down on the sand. So scoreboard down here, the Aussies with some work to do. 12-17 against this combination from the USA. Best of 3 sets you'll see in all these matches.
Good stretch once again, but the US take that ball back to the baseline.
The best seats in the house just there, guys. Right on the front. Awesome.
We saved them for you.
Where are we going to sit? Right at the front.
Do it.
Second it up. That's a great adjustment there this time.
Just like the logos on the back of their shorts, a little bit of rainbow action.
Beautiful.
Right over the top. Wow, how is the side angle? Short side, backdoor block, line drive. Great control on defense, rock solid from the US of A. And they finish it off with a nice little cross-court angle and earn themselves a whole brace of set points. Absolutely. Skylar Del Sol serving for the first set. Beating both defenders, but just going long, ladies and gentlemen. First set to the USA, 21-14. Now, folks, the Hello World Volleyroos are not just a beach volleyball squad; they're also an indoor squad across our whole sport. DJ Torley, who have you got over there in the stands?
Yeah, guys and girls, I'm up here in the grandstand. Of course, our Hello World Volleyroos, of course, across the beach, and our indoor team as well. One of our indoor guys down here, Thomas Hodges, mate. Firstly, welcome. Soaking up the rays here on the beach, back from overseas, mate. Tell us what's been going on. Well, firstly, tell us you're digging the action.
It's a great day down here in Manly, you know, can't complain.
And one of our Aussies doing great things overseas, mate. You're over here just doing a little bit of R&R. Where have you been playing overseas?
I was over in Italy, but got a little injury in my shin, so I'm back in Australia to get it healed up before I head back there.
Awesome, and of course, the volleyball season, it runs all year long. Obviously, we have massive indoor events you were a part of last year. Summertime, you can come and kick it down here on the sand. Did you ever play a little beach volleyball when you were coming through?
I did a little bit back in the day, a few junior world champs.
Just a little bit, ladies and gentlemen. Just a few junior world championships. But mate, have a good time down here, and are you rolling well? Is the plan moving forward to get you back out on the court real soon?
Yeah, just working with the doctors back in Melbourne. Should be back soon.
Ladies and gentlemen, one of our green and gold warriors. Let's bring these boys back out. It's the Aussies and Team USA.
Yeah, wow.
Notice I didn't take my shirt off next to this guy.
Yeah, Tommy's in the off-season, folks.
Tommy, there's a lot of manscaping going on. Wow, it's a beautiful thing.
Between those two people, there's several junior world championships, folks, and they're all on one side.
They're all on one side of the chair.
Oh, welcome back to centre court action. There's the US short side again. Oh, Skylar Del Sol. Do you think Skylar by name? He's got a sky ball in him by nature. I wonder if he's
he does.
packing one of those. I think he's got a back spinner just up his sleeve. We are underway in the second set. Oh, the Aussies working so hard, but the ball control, the defense of Team USA is really tight right now. Got it on a string out there, folks. Oh, and there it is again. This time it's the number 2, Adam Roberts. Just sneaks his way past the block on the inside of the defender. So once again, ladies and gents, you got 64 square metres of court to hit. You got 2 blokes to beat. And there it is again, Skylar Del Sol just wrapping that ball across the top of the blocker again. Some great touch, Bob. Great touch. They look in good nick for USA boys. They look primed and ready. Absolutely, as we go to our first time out. So, Michael, we need to just do a little bit of a temperature check here. Who is here today supporting Team USA? Can I hear you guys? That is better than I expected, John.
Bloody hell.
What about you asked about the other mob. And ladies and gentlemen, what about your Hello World Volleyroos? Who's supporting Australia? I feel that's a bit 50-50 for my life. Yeah, I don't like it. I mean, we're all about equity here. Yeah. As long as it's in our favour. Yeah, one love, but the players' box might have to lift, I reckon. The players' box have been disappointing all day. Yeah, you know who you are. They've been doing it all week, Max. Alright, the athletes back out on the court. We've got the combination from the United States, Adam Roberts, Skylar Del Sol, up against the Australian Anyang and Patrick Tang. Second set action, 4-0. The USA leading the match 1 set to love and leading the second set 4-0. We are underway again. Oh, massive Patrick Tang. He just absolutely winding up and getting almost a full handbag on the ball on that occasion.
Do you want me to top up your water? You're good?
Oh, what? Garang and Anyang. Those big bloody baseball mitts coming in handy. He heads back to the baseline. After that timeout, they sorted things out by the looks of it.
Oh, I think I had a bit of a chat and they said, what about you just roof the heck out of them?
That's what he's playing defense.
2-4. Oh, that's nice poise and composure. Team USA this time, Adam Roberts, just showing his class. Nice composure on centre court. Everything to play for. They've come all this way, Team USA. This is a qualifying match, so this is just to get into the main draw. Loser of this is finished for the week, so there's plenty of pressure on this match. Oh, bang! I think that might have been OT. Over the top. There's 2 T's in that. Wonderful swing though, again Garang just finding a way. Little sneaky 2 balls.
Speaking of abbreviation, it says an abbreviated point. 2 balls straight over the top, catching the defender unawares.
Really nice disguise as well. He didn't even feed. There was no tell that he was going to do that. He disguised his option really well, Skylar, on that occasion.
Oh, just wide again. Really ripping some jump serves out here now. The conditions are basically spot on, folks. Just have a look at those flags. They're just waving just a little bit to the advantage of the far end where the Aussies are. Oh, the high line call cuts back on the cross-court angle. Perfect play from the US. They extend their lead to 5 points here early stages in the second. Aussies still have time to pull something out of the bag and send it to a decider. But with hard serving like that from Del Sol, it's going to make things pretty tough out here on centre court. Folks, the athlete's very entitled to chase after that ball, run around the outside of the pole to try and keep it in play. If the ball does hit the pole or the side of the net outside the antenna, it is instantly called out though. Wow, just ripping this serve, as you said, Jono. Skylar Del Sol is absolutely teeing off on this jump serve and he's paying big dividends. 10 points to 3. Yeah, it will be called a double hit. Ball coming out of the hands with a lot of spin on it, looking really dusty. So we are going to change hands with the USA in a 1-set to love 11-3 scoreboard situation. And the sweet serving Skylar Del Sol has gone up to the northern end with license to thrill. Just missing wide again of that sideline. Karang's got his sweet spot. And he's driving that ball hard cross. Just missing. On this 8x8, 64 square metres of sand. Crisp, manly style. And just again, long. This time going the finesse of the rainbow. Aussie boys just getting themselves in a little bit of a hole. They trail by 10. 13-3. But that serve from Skylar Del Sol. Wow. There they are, ladies and gents. Yes. Tang, great pass. Good finish. How intelligent is Patrick Tang? Using his brains rather than his brawn. Saw the blocker's arms go up and he just waited a fraction of a second and tooled the ball off the block. Really clever way to kill the point. Use what you got. Yeah. Ooh. Nothing. Yeah, in my case. Yeah, nice second ball play. Gosh, he's showing a really broad range of skills. Skylar Del Sol, big serving, good defense. Some sneaky offensive options. Really looking very comfortable on the centre court here at Manly Beach. Delicate, the knuckles from Moraine. Sensational stuff. It's Pat Tang back to serve, ladies and gents. If you're on the course though, don't be shy. Come and join us here on the red hot seats of centre court. This is our World Tour qualifiers. Right, easy ball down the line, just cuts and wraps around. What a great set. Time to have a look, see where the block and the defenders are. Still at that 10-point buffer. Roberts with the serve. Tang, nicely done over the top of the block. My apologies, it was Del Sol who was served. And we'll have a little bit of a break in play, ladies and gents. Swapping ends, of course, every 7, as we mentioned. But as we reach our third change of ends, we have a little bit of a tech time out and a little bit of break in play. Gives our green machine, green team, a chance to sweep things up here on centre court. Thank our little local volunteers. Keeping everything spick and span here on the beautiful beaches of Manly. Alrighty folks, let's just have a little test of those waters again. The USA coming back out. Who's up for the US? Okay, a little bit subdued compared to last time. And now we're going to pull something out of the hat, ladies and gents. Who's here for Australia? We have microphones, we can cheer that on you. It's going to be going back to serve. Team Tangerang, what do they got for us? Another nice little turn inside from Skylar Del Sol. He's been serving up a storm and he's had a great time of it. He wants to go back, do some more of it, but it's this time it's his partner Roberts. No, you didn't. Classic Rollo. Serving the ball into the net, dropping in. Beach volleyball folks, the serve is allowed to contact the net and drop in. We don't play a let cord, so it is an ace. Wow, the setting of Patrick Tang from way downtown. Put his boy on the net. Garang just feasted. Good skill from Patrick Tang. Oh, out of the way, Brett. Oh, why would you put a stand right there? It's not like it needs it. And it's how when you're the referee, like an ex-player like John O'Lamprecht is, sometimes you want to throw the arm out and make a little sneaky play at the ball. But as soon as the ball touches the referee, it's also called out. So USA in control at 18 points to 7. Oh, and he tees off and just goes wide. Chink in the armour from Del Sol. Yeah, and you can see his partner Adam Roberts saying, you should hit a sky ball there, mate. That's probably the time to have hit it. I think he's missed an opportunity by nature. Another little roll shot just over the top. Oh, he's taking requests. Is he going to do it? Oh, just for a moment. Garang, nice work over the top of the blocker there. You see what Skylar did? He deliberately net touched so that they could get round and have a serve himself. Exactly. Wow, that's meant spirit. Fitting he is named after the Skyball, Skylar Del Sol. You'd think so. 9-19, Aussie still in this. Oh, beautiful cut inside the defender and the blocker. That brings up our first match point, ladies and gentlemen, and it is Skylar Del Sol Is he a man of
Yes, ladies and gentlemen, people, here we go. Skyball time.
And what a skyball! The Koreans not bloody that yet.
Not to be denied. The Aussies, what a receive. It was a fantastic skyball for the Aussies. Hanging tough. This year for the Aussies. Make some noise, Valley Beach. I think 10 aces won't fit.
That's it. First of 10. Here we go. Just out of reach, and there's the stretch, folks. Ladies and gentlemen, congratulations to the USA, taking it out in fine style. 2 sets to love, and put your hands together for your local Aussie boys. Sadly losing us now, the Tang and Anyang. Ladies and gents, we still got more qualifier action coming up. This is of course the FIVB World Tour qualifying event.